It's a video walkthrough for 45186 Cedar Brook. Tree removal, brushing, wood removal. All weeded, all done. He's finishing blowing off the deck and the walkways right now. We'll try and walk slow so that get a good idea of what's been done. The before pictures will show how it looked before. And yes, we're going to be taking those pieces of plywood that we were using to move wood. Everything's been weed eated, everything's been raked. We left the planted plants there and weed eated around it. We didn't do a complete full rake down to dirt because we wanted to prevent soil erosion in case of rain or for when the snow comes and the snow melts. We did selective thinning of the trees. You can see there's an example of one that we left there. If I could. And there. We removed those 3 stumps. Took a tree out there, took a tree out there. We took out 1, 2, 3, 4 more trees there. 5. Took out that oak that was dead. I trimmed the dead growth out of this black oak that was overhanging. There was this codominant cedar came up into that oak, so I had to climb that. We trimmed this oak here. All the wood's been stacked. That came from the upper trees. Left the manzanita. We left, like I said, selective trees that, like this oak, that manzanita, that cedar, that pine. Selective trees with decent spacing will have a good chance of survival. We brushed around this manzanita, cut it back as best as we could. We didn't have time to cut these stumps out. It wasn't even part of the deal or part of the arrangement, but I try to cut stumps out for people when I have the time. All the wood's been hauled up and stacked. We left the ornamental ivy that was here, cut it back a little bit, cut that stump down. Walkways are all blown off. When we got here, you couldn't even tell that there was any kind of a rock formation or rock stonework on this little slope right here. It was all buried in sawdust and weeds and bark. Again, another stump. I wasn't even sure if you had wanted it taken out, so that was left. I did trim up a couple lower branches that were drooping down towards the house on this cedar here. We got the logs that were laying there bucked up and hauled away, and there was a fair amount of brush laid in there. We did 5 loads of logs all from the lower part of the property and 3 loads of brush. We left a little bear clover perimeter there. weed eated up around the rear deck. Did some brushing in here. This is the pile that we had discussed. Just to block off the driveway here, sat in the far corner, an acceptable distance away from the house. And then another pile down closer to the bottom, just to restrict access from anybody that would want to drive up. We left that to grow in, to go back to nature as agreed, and again, just a little green perimeter. Raked everything up, logs hauled out, another stump we cut short for you. There's some follow-up work that I'd recommend be done in the future, but this was all that we could get done in the time allowed and the budget, and we definitely did more than what was asked for. So again, there'll be pictures. Sorry if the video's too fast or the lighting's not very good. Hopefully you'll be able to visit soon and see the property.